raised in Yorkshire, which is like 4 hours away from London. So look, everyone knows London, and we're kind of 4 hours away. We're slightly more north. Grew up, you know, amazing. Like going to school, doing everything a kid does. And I'm quite lucky that I was raised in Yorkshire, because I feel like it's really nice, and it's a place where you have the city. So if you want shopping, you can go. But if you want the countryside, it's like 15 minutes away, and you get beautiful countryside. So I really like the fact that I was brought up in Yorkshire. You know, within where we live, you know, there's certain areas which are heavily populated with Pakistanis. You know, and all type of Pakistanis. You know, whether they're from Lahore or whether they're from, you know, Ratte, Mirpur, whatever. You know, I think Yorkshire is quite filled with people from Pakistani background, which is nice. You know, growing up with people who look like you and speak like you, it makes a bond, and you automatically are drawn to them people, and you know, you just find home within them. So yeah, it's really nice. So my father is actually from Karachi, so yeah, really. So we always used to go back to Karachi every time we went to Pakistan, and that's what I kind of, when I think Pakistan, Karachi is Pakistan for me. Wow, marriage. Marriage is an amazing thing. I feel that a lot of people are scared to make that commitment because there's someone there. There's someone always there. You've got to think about other people. But you should look at it. Look, there'll be somebody that will always be by your side no matter what. You know, you can take that in a positive way. You can take that in a negative way. But if you look at it from a positive way, it's quite nice. You know, alhamdulillah, the relationship that Nimra and I have, you know, we work together as in with YouTube. So she's helping produce the projects I do. She's helping, you know, whether it's from producing to holding the mic, getting the audio, everything. And she's learning, and we're working together, and she's always there, and it just makes the journey so much more fun, because when you do things together, rather than, no, you stay home or you go do your thing, I'll go do my thing. Different worlds. You're in two different worlds, and then you come, and then you talk, and then you go again, which sometimes is nice. You know, a little space is nice, but you know, if you do them things together, you know, you grow together, you understand each other a little bit better. You're kind of like one person. But don't get me wrong, you know, you do need time apart. She'll go see her friends, I'll go see my friends. And you need that. You can't always be there. But when you're taking on challenges, like Turf is a challenge in itself, web series and challenges, filming is a challenge in itself, at the level that we're trying to do, you know, if someone's there to be like, nope, it's okay, we can do this. I remember, right, in February time, so towards the end of March 2019, we were 2020. We were planning to go on our honeymoon, but every weekend I was filming back to back. I had a photo shoot of filming, Turf, the plot, everything was happening at once, and I was so exhausted. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna cancel the film shoot. And she was like, listen, it's just one more day, right? Let's get this wrapped. And just having that conversation, it's nice. She's there with me. She's going through the exact same thing that I am, right? Because she's helping. There to be like, you can do this, Ahmed. Relax. Just think about this. After these 8 hours or 12 hours, we look forward to the honeymoon, or we look forward to this burger meal, and it's so nice to just have that, because she knows exactly what I'm going through, right? Rather than if she wasn't there, she probably wouldn't know, and she'd probably think I'm being over dramatic. How did my YouTube? Okay, so I never wanted to be a YouTuber. Like, that was never, I didn't like, I never started uploading videos because YouTuber was a thing. I think I uploaded my first video in 2012, right? And it was a dance video. It was a dance video. It's called Lego House Ed Sheeran, and we did like this contemporary dance piece. Now, I always wanted to be an actor. From a young age, watching Shahrukh Khan, Sunil Shetty, Akshay Kumar, I always wanted to be an actor. And I was like, I remember going to theatre when in year 2. I don't know how you're very young in year 2, in primary school, and you're like, we watched Robin Hood, which is a big thing in England. and it's a theatre show, and I was like, I don't know what that is, but I want to do that. I want to act. Like, I didn't know what acting was. I was like, that I want to be there. I want to be him. So from a really young age, I was always like, dancing around and come to that on my brother's wedding, all this. And then I was like, right, okay. When you're young and you have such big dreams, you want to be Shahrukh Khan, you want to be like, Suraj Hua Matam, you want that. But when you're that young, you don't know where, like, even now, it's hard to know what the steps are to become Shahrukh Khan or to become that actor. So, I was very much like, right, okay, I want to do that. I don't know how to get there, right? Let's, this YouTube's about, I started watching people like Brian Puspoth, Ian Eastwood. These were all amazing, like, dancers, and they do like this choreography, and it's like, wow, incredible. And through school, I started dancing because I thought, if I want to be an actor, I should learn how to dance. A lot of people, a lot of actors know how to dance, know how to sing. They're not just one thing. Yeah, they're triple threats, so they've got other things that they couldn't do. So like, I learned to dance. So anyways, I was like, right, I don't know how to become an actor just yet. I'm practicing to be a dancer. There's YouTube here, which people are uploading dance videos to. Let's do that. Right, let's do that. Let's start uploading. So my first video was a dance video that we choreographed, and I filmed, and I edited, and I directed, and then I uploaded it. And then from there, things started to grow, and there's lots of other videos. If you go back to my YouTube channel, at the start, there's a lot of dance videos, a lot of concept videos. There's a lot of I'm directing quite a lot of things, and it's like a full sequence. And it all started off with like urban stuff, so English music, Justin Timberlake, huge influence, Ed Sheeran. Anyway, so I started doing all that, and a lot of people were like, right, this is really good. Like, this is like what you would see on MTV or what you see on TV. And I thought, yeah, I really, and everybody knew then I wanted to be an actor. And, at that point, as the years went past, I started getting more into acting. I got an agent. I did a few theatre acting jobs. I started writing, I started directing a little bit. So I was like, right, okay, this world is becoming, and I also think as a kid, you don't realize how big that world is. You know what I mean? So once you start getting into it, you're like, right, wow, there's so much happening in this acting world, so to speak. So anyways, and then after the dancing, I kept doing the dancing, but then I was introduced to YouTube, the bloggers, people like, do you know Pointless Blog, Alfie Days, Zoella, FouseyTube. So I started watching them, and I was like, right, okay, maybe try Karton. Let's see what happens. And then I started like, hey guys, so my name's Ahmed, and I just thought I would basically do a video, and then from there it just grows and grows, and then I started doing challenges, and then I'm like, right, and then that's how basically my YouTube journey started. And I think it was more of, I want to be an actor, don't really know how to. Let's start dancing and acting on YouTube. And from there, you get introduced to this new world of YouTube, and it starts growing and becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And yeah, so that's the journey. I mean, there's lots more detail, but that's like the short thing. But also, like, on TikTok, obviously TikTok was quite new, and I went on there, and I didn't really know how TikTok worked. Honestly, it wasn't anything I was interested in. But my friends were like, you got to do this. Anyways, I get on there, I start doing stuff, and Rami is such a lovely guy. I managed to connect with the guy. He's from Australia, I'm from the UK, and he's such a lovely guy, and I love that. That our community is so welcoming, so open, so warm-hearted, and so supportive of each other. And maybe a few years ago it wasn't always like that. It wasn't always like that. Nobody wanted anybody else to get ahead, but this is a new outlook, and it's how it should be. You've got to understand there's a cake, and everybody wants to eat from that cake, but you've got to understand that there is enough for everybody to eat from that cake. And a lot of people don't think of it like that. But a lot of people are like, no, this is mine, I want this. Yeah. Rather than thinking, if you work together, you will grow faster. So it's so nice to see that there's so many, our community, our Pakistani specifically, it's so open and warm and welcoming, and it just makes you feel part of the clique. My most viral, I think on record now, it'll probably be Dil Ne Ye Kaha Hai Dil Se, which is a Bollywood song I recreated as part of a Walk Through Time video. It was an Akshay Kumar tribute that I did. And while we were there, I was like, let's just film more and let's just see. And I think that now that really took off and did really well. And I think a lot of people really appreciated that because I play both Sunil Shetty and Akshay Kumar in that. I don't know if you're familiar with the song. There's two stories going on, and I really like that, and I really love Sunil Shetty's acting in it. Like that movie's great, you know. Darkan is a great movie, and I created that, and that is one of the videos that went, and I think that's the most viral video at the minute. But I think initially I did a wedding dance that really took off. That went viral. That my sister's wedding dance, boys Mendi dance. I think because maybe there weren't that many people doing boys Mendi dances then. And then the Shahrukh Khan one really went viral to an extent where Shahrukh Khan actually watched it himself and tweeted. He tweeted me, and in 2016. So the idea was the first walkthrough time I did is basically, when I say walkthrough time, I pick an actor and I pick all of his best songs. I make a mix and I recreate them in my, like, I'm Shahrukh Khan basically. So I'm on top of a bus. Yeah, I'm on top of a bus doing Chenya Chenya. You know, I'm in behind, there's a waterfall behind me and I'm doing Geruwa. You know, I'm Suraj Chua. And so I did all that. And basically I kept tweeting, kept sharing, you know, sharing. And one time I was sat on the toilet. This is a funny story. I was sat on the toilet, tweeting. And then all of a sudden I get a tweet coming in and it says, you know, Shahrukh Khan. I thought, oh, a fan group has, because you got to think Shahrukh Khan is huge, right? He's huge. He's got millions of followers. But his fan accounts, they also have hundreds of thousands of followers. So even getting an acknowledgement from them is big, right? So I thought, oh yeah, another fan account has retweeted me. I open it, there's the blue tick. And then I started reading the message and I'm like, oh my God, Shahrukh Khan has just watched my video. And I tell you what, I was like, achievement. Honestly, achievement. Like, listen, my cousin put it in a simple way for me. I was like, oh my God, Shahrukh Khan retweeted me. How amazing is that? And then my views are just flying. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to respond. And he was like, mate, listen to this. He goes, the entire world, right, watches Shahrukh Khan. And he's taken 6 minutes to watch your face on his phone. And I was like, wow. You know, and it didn't really hit me how big of a thing it was, because I was just like, I'm a Shahrukh Khan. Oh my God. Like, it's such a big thing. And I was just like, incredible. And then I reread the message, and the message itself meant a lot. I can't remember the exact term, but the words were like, you know, God bless you. You have made me nostalgic about my work. Your hard work has made me nostalgic of my work. Like, you know, well done, and something along those lines. And I was like, that. Yeah, like, what you? Who is this kid from UK making this video about me? You know what I mean? But then, I think that meant a lot in lots of number of ways. You know, there's times where, you know, as an actor, you really do question, am I good? Like, it happens. Any artist, any actor, dancer, singer, YouTuber, whatever, is this gonna work? Am I good? Like, can I do this? You know, and you know, once, you know, like, you know, growing up, I was part of different dance academies, different shows, and sometimes people weren't very nice, you know, because this industry is quite negative as well. You know, the acting, people are very, like I said, you know, rather than sharing, they want to keep it all for themselves. So, you know, I went through hurdles where people call me, you know, funny looking, ugly, can't dance. I went through all that. And then, you know, years later, Shahrukh Khan sent this message. So for me, I was just kind of like, wow. You know, all the negativity that I may have had growing up, or I went through the hurdles, you know, and they said, you're this, you're that, you're not funny, you can't act, you can't dance, whatever. You turn, and then the biggest actor in the world says, that's amazing, well done. It just sits with you differently. And you're like, Alhamdulillah. When I genuinely I thought of this video concept in the shower, I was like, everybody loves Shahrukh Khan. I love Shahrukh Khan. You know, Badshah. You know, Chenya Chenya. Some of the most iconic. You know, Surah Tua Matam. You know, wow. Look at these. Let's just create a mix. You know, I'll go do show that. You know, I want to show my love for Shahrukh Khan. I want to show my appreciation. I never thought that one day he may actually watch this. Like, but and bear in mind at that point my views on my YouTube were very low, like less than 500, you know, less than 100, and I never thought. I just thought, look, I want to do something, right, that differentiates me from like every other YouTuber. You know, I wanna show that I am an actor on this platform, you know, and I want to push this forward. And I just thought of the idea, and I took it really seriously because I was like, look, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it 100%. I'm gonna put my all into it, you know. And it's hard because, you know, doing these videos, it, you know, it takes a lot of hard work. I had to like buy certain costumes. I had to make certain costumes. I had to hire out a lorry. I had to hire out an airfield, film Chenya, like, you know, I had to make sets, you know, out of wood and stuff. Like, so they take a lot of hard work. And I just thought, look, if, you know, this video does well, it shows that hard work does pay off. And bloody hell, it did more than well. It went to Shahrukh Khan. I'm like, what? So Alhamdulillah, you know, I count my blessings. Yeah, that's incredible. That meant a lot to me. I always, you know, like I said, from a young age, I was very much that hard work. And I always also wanted to create like the thing where, look, you know, if you're gonna if you're gonna go through the effort to do that, and you really want to stand out, go do everything in your power at that current time, put in. And that's what we did. It's very hard. It's very hard because they're all like, you know, when you do the tributes like the Shahrukh Khan and Zaman Khan, a lot of, like you said, a lot of hard work goes into them. And I to pick one, I feel it's too hard because I go through, like, each one taught me something. There was a hurdle in each one. You know, I was driving around Yorkshire for Shahrukh Khan to get that location. And then I was actually come out. I filmed in London because some of the it's so hard because, you know, not everybody sees the vision that you see, right? So when you're trying to sell it to someone, obviously we don't pay anybody. We do everything from our own pockets. You know, I try to pay for travel and food whenever somebody's doing something for me. So, you know, it was hard to get people to be in the videos. And then, you know, I'd end up in London, which is 4 hours away from me, because there's one of our friends who's moved there to study in university. And she says, yeah, I'll do it. So, you know, to pick a favorite, it's quite hard because there's so much gone into each one. But having said that, I think the one that's closest to me would probably be the Shahrukh Khan one, because, you know, when I built that, I was just kind of like, you know, you may have had negativity before, but with that one video came confirmation that you are worth what you are doing. So that one sits like, I did that, and Shahrukh Khan watched that, and, you know, you shouldn't question your worth. You know, as long as you know it, right, and you do it with full faith, it's there. You will get it. You know, if you really want something, you're willing to go the mile, willing to put the hard work in, it will happen. You know, and I couldn't agree more. It is about the journey. And you know what? Like you said, we want it now. And I want to be a successful actor now. I wanted to be a successful actor when I was 18, right? I was not ready. And if I had my shot then in the big screen, I would have flunked, right? From 18 to my present day, I have learned so much about acting, directing, filming, creating content, you know, just so much. And it makes you a better performer, actor, creator, the more you do it. Yeah. So the more you do it and the more you go out there, you know, you learn better, you become better, you become you know, a more advanced version of you. So let's say I got the situation, I got a film or a TV show, you know, solo me, whatever, when I was 18, right? And compare it to if I got that same role to now, this Ahmed would be so much better than 18-year-old Ahmed, because he's lived, so he's learned so much, he's watched others, He's spoken to people, he's done it, he's failed, he's got back up, he's done it again, he's failed, he's learned, he's progressed, he's been successful. So all that within those 8 years, or however long it's been, I am so much of a better, actor, performer, Emma than I was when I was 18. So I keep that in the back of my head. I may have been good when I was 18, but 18-year-old has got nothing on the Emma that I am today because I've just gone and done it. And I've got experience, valuable experience where I know how certain things work, and it shows in the projects as well, what projects we create now to what we were creating then, and how it's, a different storytelling, different, and that's, again, never rush your success, because when it's meant to be, it will hit you, and that's when you will fly. So the Barney Squad, I think, are you referring to me and my friends then? Is that what it is? Okay, so basically, what happened was, the Barney Squad I've been doing since 2015 because I used to do drama vlogs, and I still do, and I raise money every year for water appeal. So for people who don't have water in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Yemen, all these places. So I always create the Barney Squad, and then obviously Zishan and Adris, we became friends, and then it was at so there's something called the IPA Awards, International Prestigious Pakistani Awards, where lots of actors go. And anyway, we were there, we were the content creators there, and we were just having fun interviewing people. And from there, we kind of kept saying Barney Squad as like a funny thing. And then Sher Swabzari was like, oh, this is great. And then he was like on it as well. And Cyrus Sherrose was on it as well. And it just became this Barney. And then we were kind of like the Barney Squad. Which then it kind of like just developed. And our bond with me, Zish, and Adris was always there. We got close, and we now call the Apna Squad basically. So it's me, Zish, and Adris, Adam, and also Yasser. All of our YouTubing friends were all together, and we're just like the Apna Squad. But that's literally how it started, because it was just this crazy in moment kind of thing. We were like, right, Barney Squad, and it was great. So yeah. Just to do some social stuff and just have fun and interview some of the stars, and it was really nice. And I met some really lovely people there, and it was nice because it grew from just being. And again, it's just one of when it's your time, it's your time. It's time to do what. So we were there, we were having so much fun, like with Shahrukh Khan and Syra and a few other big Pakistani actors, and we met them, and we literally controlled the room and had so much fun while interviewing little bits that 3-4 hours later, when we're on the way back to the hotel, get a phone call saying, Ahmed, listen, we need you to present an award. And I'm like, what? They're like, we absolutely loved how you were with the people, and we need you to present this award. And I was like, wow, this is fantastic. Yeah, sure. And and it's just because people see you how you are, people like you, and if you are a nice, genuine person who is just having fun and just being themselves, people love that, people value that. And that's literally what we did. We were what you see on YouTube and what you see now. Well, I mean, I'm the same person. I don't hide. I don't talk different. I don't, unless we're acting. That's different. But and people like that, and that's what we're honest people. We have fun, and we're just basically friends, best friends, brothers, and we're on this journey together. And people, they see us as likable people, and they are invested in that, and that's why that's why it's a crazy, because iPads was such a big thing for us, because like, oh my god, this is so nice, like we're friends. It's great. You know what, that is so true. Like I mean we have our own little squad, the Upnorth squad. We're a thing, but also like on TikTok, obviously TikTok was quite new, and I went on there, and I didn't really know how TikTok worked. Honestly, it wasn't anything I was interested in, but my friends were like, you got to do this. Anyways, I get on there, I start doing stuff, and Rami is such a lovely guy. I managed to connect with the guy. He's from Australia, I'm from the UK, and he's such a lovely guy, and I love that. That our community is so welcoming, so open, so warm-hearted, and so supportive of each other. And maybe a few years ago it wasn't always like that. It wasn't always like that. Nobody wanted anybody else to get ahead, but this is a new outlook, and it's how it should be. You've got to understand there's a cake, and everybody wants to eat from that cake, but you've got to understand that there is enough, for everybody to eat from that cake. And a lot of people don't think of it like that. A lot of people are like, no, no, this is mine. I want this.
Yeah.
Rather than thinking, you know, if you work together, you will grow faster. So it's so nice to see that there's so many, you know, our community, our Pakistani specifically, it's so open and warm and welcoming, and it just makes you feel part of the clique.